This is why I stopped eating out, and in 10 seconds I'll convince you why you should stop eating out, because this cow skin right here is eating away your money. This is 500 naira cow skin. This one I bought from my office canteen, and this is also 500 naira cow skin. This one I bought in the market. If you were asked to choose, which one would you choose? I know 90%, if not 100%, will choose the second one because it is the biggest one, and I know myself for sure I'll be choosing the second one. So tell me why I'm not buying the first one for 500 naira in my office canteen when I can just buy the second one and cook it myself and divide it into 5 places. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Peace, and on this space I share with you my financial journey while taking you with me. So let's get right into another video. So guys, last month I did not go to the market for the first time since 8 months now, because I have learned to now start going to the market. Previously, or last year, I was that girl who always went to the supermarket to buy everything she needed, and it was very convenient. I did not have to walk inside the dirt. Everything felt very convenient until one day my sister decided to drag me to the market, and it felt like an aha moment because it felt completely different. Like, the amount of things I was able to buy within 100,000 naira was so different from the amount I was able to buy things in the supermarket for 150,000, 200,000, and this was consistent. Then I was even spending like this amount like every 2 weeks, but now in a month 100,000 naira is enough for me. Since then, your girl became a market girl. I don't care about the debt anymore. I go to the market. But tell me why last month I did not go? Because something came up. I had an exam and was just okay. I decided to forfeit it and buy food outside. God, guys, I had the shock of my life. I did not know that things had become that expensive, to the extent that in my office canteen, even alone, the amount I was spending buying food that last month alone, I spent more than 200k buying food. But then if I had gone to the market, I would have spent nothing more than 100,000 naira buying everything I would have needed in a whole month. But only last month, buying food outside, it was so expensive that it felt like a shock to me. It now felt like I'm even a foreigner that is coming to Nigeria for the first time. And I shared this experience on my TikTok. People were just talking about how food is now so expensive. Even the poor man can no longer comfortably eat everything and anything they want, unlike before. Like, food is now so expensive that like I shared at the beginning of this video, that cow skin that I showed, the first cow skin, is from my office canteen, and that stuff is now so expensive. But then when I went to the market, I bought something that I can cut into 5 places of that same size for the same 500 naira. So tell me, which one would you choose if you were to be in my shoes? Obviously you will go to the market because that is where it is cheaper, but then I know the inconveniences are surrounding going to the market. But guys, like, that's shock of having to spend almost 200,000 naira buying food that I was going to eat compared to what I spent in the market was quite an eye-opening experience for me. Or is it now the time that I went to Meshai, because I have always loved their coffee. There was one time in like 2022 or 2023, I went there and bought coffee 3,000 naira, and I really loved my experience because I really love coffee. But now coming to Meshai this year 2025, to buy the same coffee, exactly the same size of cup, and that same coffee was 10,000 naira. Guys, it was quite something else because I never knew that coffee can be that expensive. But for someone who loves coffee and has all the machines, if you can see, like, I have a lot of coffee machines, due to over time I've just loved drinking coffee, and I noticed that the amount I'm buying it outside was so expensive. So why not I make it inside my house? So I have everything I need. But then obviously you cannot completely say every time you only drink that one in your house. You have to go out, you experience different things again. But that experience outside chased me back inside, because how can I buy 1 cup of coffee for 10,000 naira? For someone who loves to drink coffee every day, imagine I was buying that stuff every day. In a month, I'll be spending nothing less than 250k buying coffee, because let's say 25 days working days in a month, and I'm buying it 10,000 naira every day. Like, that seems ridiculous and even impossible to do. But this kind of experiences just tell you that you need to now start looking for ways to curb these expenses you are having outside, because normally you would think, okay, once in a while you can go out to go and buy these things, but when that your once in a while now turns to like a regular thing, you now find that this experience is depleting your money every day, every time. So now what do I now do now to help me with this situation I found myself, especially being that I'm in Nigeria? Obviously
you can't completely say you are eating inside your house alone, because you would love to have other experiences. Now what I do is that, instead of going out completely, I try to go to the market, like my usual market, and then stock up, so that even though I am to go outside, I don't go out as much as I would go out if I did not have these things already in my house. So if in a week, like, I cook my food, my lunch, I carry to work, and I don't have to buy from my office canteen. Instead of saying, okay, throughout that week, it is only the things that I cook I'm going to eat, which can be sometimes impossible, but can still be possible. But then, sometimes you just want something different. I now decide that, okay, once in a week I would eat in my office canteen, so that I know that, okay, even though I'm buying whatever it is I'm buying, I will not spend more than 5,000 naira. Unlike if I were to buy throughout the week, 5,000 times 5, that is like 25,000 naira. So I now use those things that I bought from the market, in-house, and then use the remaining one day that I decide to eat in the office canteen to, like, experience something different. This is where I have now found this balance of, even with the coffee thing, like, instead of saying every day I'm drinking only my own coffee, because sometimes you can get tired of the taste of the one you make in the house, and they seem to make it different outside. I don't know what is outside that they always get it right or different, so you always want to have that experience. But now I now try to, like, instead of doing it every single day, I just take, okay, one day I'm just going out, I'll just drink this something that is different, even though it's not very expensive, but you just take it as that experience that you're gaining from just experiencing something different other than the one you made yourself.
And by doing this thing, I found that I've been able to save a lot of money and even allocate this money to doing other things that are more important, or things that I would have used this money now to spend on only food, but then I can use a portion of it to do something else. Another reason why I stopped eating out is the fact that you tend to eat healthier when you're at home, especially for sugar. I am one who does not really like sugar a lot, and a lot of the things that let's say you're eating pastries outside, it is based on a recipe, so there's a particular amount of sugar that they're going to put inside. Take ice cream, which is something that I love a lot. For instance, I had to come to a point where I am now making ice cream myself. I even had to buy the Ninja creamy machine you see at my back right there, like, just because I do not like the amount of sugar that is being put in the things outside. So you find that you tend to eat healthier when you are cooking yourself, because you basically have control over the ingredients you are putting inside your food, so you are not really worried about what is inside because you are the one that cooked it yourself. And the fact that you can even try out so many recipes, because you are obviously cooking for yourself, so you are going to be more open to exploring and enjoying food that you make yourself. So all these are some points that I had to consider in deciding, okay, I need to stop eating outside, because one, it is depleting my money obviously, and depleting my savings, money that I could have used for something else. I'm not using it to eat only. Two, I can eat healthier, I can eat like based on the
things I like. Even though a recipe says 1 cup of sugar, trust me, your girl is going to be putting a 1/4 cup, because I don't really like sugar that much. So it allows me to have control over what is inside my food. I get to eat food that is more prepared in a more healthier environment. So there are so many points to, like, why I stopped eating out, and these are some of the points. One big one is the fact that it helps me to save a lot of money, because I can't be working all just to be spending it on eating out, and then my money that that loves traveling, something I would have used to travel, I'm now using it to only eat food. So let me know in the comments, are you one that you love to eat out? I heard of there's a friend of mine, she said someone she knows only eats out. They only buy food and eat in their house. They don't really cook, and this is a married couple. Sometimes like, you find that people really think about these things differently. But for me, I had to come to a place where I stopped eating out, because it is eating a lot into my savings. Maybe she has a lot of money, you don't really know people's situation, so who are you to judge? But for me, I need to stop eating out. I had to stop it. At least I reduced it to a bare minimum, so that I can allocate the money that I'm using to only feed into other things. So these are some of the reasons why I stopped eating out. Let me know in the comment section, are you one that is more of pro eating out, or you are with me and you are not, they want to be spending all your money, all your savings eating out? I would love to hear from you in the comment section, because I feel like this would be an interesting conversation, because not everybody agrees, and some people will defend the fact that they have to eat out from now to tomorrow. So I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this topic, and if you really enjoyed this video, do make sure to check out this other video here. It will definitely help you in your journey to building wealth, or at least it will take you along my journey, and I'll see you guys in my next one.